Upfront fees, are they a great business strategy or a risky gamble? Now, most sourcing agents charge what are known as upfront fees, and that is any fee that is taken prior to exchange of contracts for a property sale or completion. Now, these fees are called many different names, and the size of the fees can vary enormously. Some of the names of the fees that are taken up front are registration fees, reservation fee, and retainer fee. Now, they could be charged all of them. So you could be charged a registration fee, a reservation fee, and a retainer fee, or it may just be a registration fee. But the registration fee is usually taken when you agree to work with a sourcing agent. We, in our sourcing business, called it an onboarding fee. And it was a fee to cover our costs for carrying out the ID verification and client due diligence on an investor that wanted to work with us. And if you like, it was a little commitment fee from them that they wouldn't mess us about, because believe it or not, some investors mess sourcing agents about equally as much as sourcing agents mess investors about. So your registration fee is usually taken at the point when you say that you want to work with a sourcing agent for them to be able to carry out their required due diligence. And then there's the question about a reservation fee. That's normally taken when you say, yes, I like that deal and I want that deal. And then an agent says, in order to reserve it, you've got to pay me a fee of X, Y, and Z. Sometimes the sourcing agents are now asking for a retainer fee. So that's a fee that you pay them monthly in order for them to carry out the work, i.e. find potential properties, filter them, view them, put together information, due diligence, and pass the information over to you. Now, these fees individually can vary from £100 to as much as, I want the full sourcing fee up front before I will even send you full details of the property. And this is often taught as a strategy by some courses because they say it's the only way to ensure that you will actually get paid. They portray investors as being people who are going to run away with a deal and not pay you. Well, that's down to you building trust and better quality relationships. So if you're going to operate in that way, what are the downsides of doing that? One is that your registration fee is very high. You don't have to call it a registration fee, call it what you want. But the investor is likely to say, not a chance, especially if you make that fee non-refundable, which means that they're not going to get it back under any circumstances. And your reservation fee, too high and non-refundable, especially if used as well as the registration fee as well. Think about it. As a reservation fee, they're reserving a deal. Now, if they've seen the whole information about that deal, then that's absolutely fine. They've stated that they want to reserve it, but don't ask for your full sourcing fee. Be reasonable about it. If you're reasonable with people, they will pay smaller fees to reserve, especially when they've got used to working with you. But how many posts on Facebook groups and WhatsApp groups do you see of investors saying never, ever, ever pay a large fee up front? It's there day in, day out, and yet sourcers keep trying to charge a full sourcing fee even before the investor has seen the full information. Now, no one, without having seen all of the full information and being given chance to assess the deal, one, that the figures stack, and two, that it works for them, why would they give you a fee that's non-refundable? And I've seen as high as £10,000. Now, to me, that's ridiculous. What do you guys think? Let us know. But the result of working in this way can often be that the investor won't work with you. And that leads you to be disillusioned with the sourcing sector. And I've had a lot of calls with potential sources saying, I can't get an investor to work with me. I can't get them to pay me. I can't get any deals over the line. I can't earn any money. But despite the fact that that isn't working for them, they don't decide to change how they work. They just don't. So have a look at how you're working, have a look at how it's working for you at the moment, and think about how you could restructure how you work in a fairer, easier way, and the way that you will actually build that trust and long-term relationships with an investor, and not just keep selling one deal to a new investor, but sell multiple deals over many years to a smaller number of investors.